sand and all that mud. Doesn't matter if I'm buried in stuff. I just can't ever get enough. I need one last score. I could be sitting on a throne in caps and still need one last score. It ain't about the haul, could just be scraps. Well, I've seen guys lose their mind just trying to hold onto too much trash they're convinced is gold.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Adama Sanguine and welcome back to Fallout. So this is actually going to be my final entry into the Chaos and Fallout build challenge. One of the things that I forgot to mention in my last tour was that this is a true raider settlement. So as you can see here, it is outlined, but I do actually have 39 NPCs here. It's a combination of traders and raiders. And we did have to have some things set up in advance. It does require a USO. There may be some other mods that do it as well, but we really have to get you some new armor, my dude, because anyway. But yeah, using an exploit, I did actually hire the raiders first, or rather transfer the raiders here, and then I added in the settlers using USO's spawn beacon. So basically super easy in that aspect. For those not using mods, obviously that's not going to be a possibility. I found it by accident. Just wanted to see what would happen if I did it, and it allowed me to actually spawn them in and assign them. So I was pretty happy about that. But we use and abuse the system as we get it. Exploits. It's not cheating, it's exploits. Nice. But one of the things that I did do with this is I did actually do a few things solar powered, because I figured the operators are actually into the caps. So I figured, one of the ways they'd get it back in at least in our world, is they would use the solar power and get it back on their taxes. But I just figured that was a fun little thing to add in. So here we have the Raider beacon. I did actually want to use more of these cars than what I did. I actually only used one of them, and we had to make room for the stuff that I added in, because there was a lot. I believe this is the largest build that I have done in the combination of sheer size and the amount of decoration. Probably use something like 5,000 plus pieces of steel, same on wood and aluminum, everything. So I did a lot of stuff in here. Thank you to King Gaff and the awesome folks over at Simsettlements. You guys are all amazing. I did take a lot of ideas from them, and as far as they use a lot of plots for those that have used the both Simsettlements and Simsettlements Conqueror. You guys know that there are different plots that you get. So I basically just sparsely added some things around where these quote-unquote plots might be, just to give that sense of immersion. And I did like how this turned out. So as you can see back here, we do have the storage area. We did actually turn this into a gun shop. That's what we did with that. So there's a lot of stuff. I scrapped out all the trees only because I needed the wood, because I kept running out. I scrapped all the dirt out of here. And this is actually going to be Gage's apartment back here. So yeah, pretty nice. I did add some dirt back in using, I think, Forgotten Workshop Items was the mod. I added some of the stuff from Nuka World. I could be wrong on that mod. So, oh yeah, and of course you gotta, when you guys come here, you gotta take care of all these mole rats, and all these skeletons are everywhere. Scrap them out as well. So without further ado, guys, let's take a look and see how it turned out. Hold that thought. Here we go, guys. So this entrance is not as grand as what I wanted it. I actually suffered from a crash bug that just hit periodically. Anything I added in the front end here, or in some cases removed, it actually would crash right back to the main screen. So Lord Chaos, we have your name up there. Thanks again for this build challenge. And of course, operators, do it for the caps. Operators are actually my favorite raider gang in this game, mainly just because I love the look of their guns. I think they're the first ones that you see that have the AKs, or the handmade rifles as they call them. Did sort of an homage to the Fallout 4 guy with this front entrance, at least, or my slog build. If you guys saw that, I did the inverted security gate in the front of this, so I thought that was quite nice. And of course, you know, you guys comes from was that Contraptions or Wasteland Workshop. We have just enough room that we can poke over the edge, or peek over the edge rather, and take out any super mutants, which is mostly what comes up that front road from under the bridge. There's a big spawn point that's completely separate from this, that's right down there as well. They will follow you in. Again, you first load into this area from down by that bus. The large chunk of metal, I thought that was great because it covered a lot of area. I think that comes from either forgotten workshop items. It might also come from EBM. Not really sure. It's under miscellaneous metal pieces. But yeah, so we just have enough area covered here with all these plots, as we call them, or as I like to call them. And anybody that actually survives through the 3 different levels of entry that we have here. This is level 1. We do have a gunner, a BOS knight that decided he was going to come join us, and of course we have a standard raider, and he was a bit abusive, so he got to hang up there on that those chains there. But if they survive with our toolkit here, they make it to level 2, and this is level 2. You just basically got to do all the grunt work going on and keeping up all the repairs, but we do stick you in that dress. I think that's a little bit of hazing there from these guys. I think that's quite fun there. But if you go through, make it through level 2, you do actually get to go fight in the arena to prove that you are truly able to be a raider. So we got them a pot to piss in here. Nice. Yes, I know those chains don't connect, but they do move, and I thought that was kind of a fun part of the immersion there. And here we have a second, another guard station here. This guard station, for whatever reason, they don't like to climb up there on that platform, but we do have two turrets in this entire place. That one's actually a shredding shotgun, I believe. Nice. Yeah, this, I got to show you this, guys, this statue here. This is my favorite part of this build. I put a lot of effort into this. There's actually so many different pieces in here, USO, forgotten items, and even a little bit of the new DLC, or not DLC, but anyway. But yeah, I really love how that statue turned out. Kind of an homage. It covers all the different gangs. And this guy back here, man, you really need to get to work. But he just looks so cool and chill. I didn't really want to bug him. But he's just hanging out here listening to our pal Red Eye and all the little jams that he actually does. Nice. And this guy here, this is actually our trader. He sells all the raider gear as far as the any pieces that you need to add for settlement, you know, decorations and all the supplies and everything. So back here, as an homage to Easy, I really loved your chem station that you build. So I used part of that. So guys, make sure you check out Easy's channel. He does a great job with some really cool ideas, similar to Sheklador. And wow, what are these doing here? I don't know why you would need 2 8-balls to play pool, but I don't know. Anyway, so moving right along. And we actually have, again, there's another spawn point back here. Those guys come up from over the hill. And I did originally have my trading outpost right here on the outside, which is why this is shaped the way it is. But one of the cool things... Wait, what was that? What? Oh my gosh, dude. Seriously? Oh my Todd. Did you have an accident? Alright, we are going to discuss this at a later time because I have some... Really? Okay, we're gonna discuss this later. What? Oh my! This is gonna blow up. Okay. We got to keep moving. Let's move on with the tour. I am not gonna be here when that goes off. Woof. All right. So one of the things that I did here, and I'll show you here, is okay. Really, I don't know why these are here. These are actually static items. This stuff here, I don't know why they're on the floor, so forgive me for that, guys. Thank goodness the acid didn't drop there. I'll go ahead and pick that back up. But yeah, so one of the things that I did with the trading outpost here is I sunk it under the floor so that it actually go ahead and pick that up here too as well. But one of the things that I did is I sunk in the trading outpost under the floor, and you can do that in vanilla as well. And so that way your traders will be able to get in and out of here and get out of my way. Seriously, you are so lucky I'm trying to do a tour now. Oh, hello. Hey, gorgeous, how are you? Nice. But yeah, so you guys know about my hand place objects, so everything on the shelf here, we can grab it willy-nilly whenever you want to. And we got, no, I am not talking to you, Doc. Keep on going. So we actually have from the Desert Island set from the VR Creation Club stuff. And of course, we have a nice little Nuka Cola machine up here as well. So back down here, so look down here. This is the trading outpost. I left it sticking out a little bit just so I can show you guys. Again, I'm pretty sure you can do this in vanilla. So here's a nice idea. For whatever reason, the one that comes with USO, the invisible trader mat, does not work. I don't know if I'm having a mod conflict or not, but the vanilla one works. Just sink it under the ground and they'll still spawn here, and use whatever items you have and that you can set up for them. Nice. So you'll see several parts in this video where it jumps and skips ahead a little bit. I did that for two reasons. One, to cut back on the... Where's my fork? Hey, who took my fork? This is my table, guys. You guys know not to touch my stuff. And who is this lady? Hey. Anyway, but there's my fork. Why? Who took... Ooh, breakfast of champions right there. A little bit of dog food and beer. Food of the gods. Yeah, we're not touching. Who is that lady? All right. I think maybe I should have a conversation with her after the tour, guys. But I wanted to cut back on the length of this video and to make sure that I actually had the sections recorded. In the end, we were able to get it done, and I found the big culprit was actually an animated mannequin that comes from the operator's decoration set. And this back here, this is my idea for a Mr. Handy fueled powered stove. You guys saw this on Discord. I thought it was quite fun. Obviously, we don't need it, but it looks pretty cool. That's actually part of Dima's computer wiring that comes from Wordy Purdy's section in the Fallout 4 guys requested parts mod. Nice. So back here we got some booze and some things that get made up back here. And then up top we have a separate little set here for these guys. This is where they do all their chems when they hang out at nighttime. Another one of those evil mannequins that we actually did leave him in. He didn't actually cause me to crash, so we left him in. A little bit of the air conditioning here. This again is solar powered, so everything right there. There's our solar power panel. And this actually up here, this is our communications center. And for those that have actually come here in vanilla and without mods, you guys know this is actually a part of the bears that came in, those dusky Yagwai that I mentioned, I believe I mentioned. But there are two different levels here. But in the vanilla, there is an actual projector up here. I did scrap that up. That projector is actually, I think, something like 100 different pieces, and each one of them is an individual piece, the nuts and the bolts and everything else. So, man, Bethesda really went overboard, the devs over there, and because there was no reason for that. I don't think there really needs to be 100 pieces, because nobody even actually sees the projector. But again, we made that nice little apartment here for my communications. And speaking of apartments, this is my apartment back here, my war room. And this, of course, was completely blocked off by that fallen roof. So we actually just have, here's my Jenga wall that you guys saw on Discord as well. So we just have a bunch of different little pieces back here. Nice. I sunk the floor down similar that I did over in my home base, and dropped it down about a good 4 or 5 inches, and just added some more concrete below. And if we want to close off this section here, we actually just use the little lever here, and now nobody can come back here and bug us. Nice. But then I just added in some tile in here. So I'm really happy with how this little room turned out, and it's not as cool as the Liza's player home that I built for her, but I thought it was quite nice and scrappy. And using an idea from Morpheus GI and his buddy that he did on his video, make sure you guys check out Morph's video. He did actually talked about the door being damaged, being open and closed up against that thing there. So I thought that was a kind of little nice little to add that in. Here's my war desk. So we got that nice little combat knife stuck out there. I thought that was kind of cool. Let's do that. Didn't really put a computer. I did actually try to add a computer, but again, it crashed me again, so I left that out. Here is that cabinet where I keep all my stuff. Here we actually have all my lucky numbers. Got my pre-war money, my tickets, and a few gold, silver, and some copper in here. All the expensive metals. And down here, down below, this is where I keep my high-end explosives. These are my mid-range explosives, my Molotovs, and back here just some baseball grenades and some standard fragment mines. Nice. I used a lot of the jersey barriers to cover a lot of the open space at the bottom. You guys know I love working with the stone, but I thought it was quite nice to use the jersey barriers this time around. So again, cut out some more section there, just again so you guys to cut back on the length of this video. So now we'll head back toward, this is where the traders come through from Nuka World. So this is Betsy back here. Hello, Betsy. Keep up the great work. And of course, back here, this is actually Shank's house. I figured it was just kind of nice to add something for Shank, and I had to immersify it as well. We got the sandbags holding and the cinder blocks holding up the banner here, just to give him a nice little view out that cracked window that comes with these trailers here, or these pods as they call them. But Shank kind of strikes me as a trailer park boy, so I thought it would just make this look like a little gaudy little trailer setup. That was quite fun, and then we of course raiderized it a little bit. Is that a word? Raiderize. This is Lucy and Abigail. This is her daughter right here. This is Abigail, and Lucy up here. Hello, Lucy. These are Shank's buddies. He actually communicates with them, and they take care of all of our stuff that come back and forth between Nuka World and the Commonwealth. Nice. And I figured Shank would have a lot of books and a lot of files, because you guys know that he likes to look back at his little book and to keep his stuff all organized, and a little bit of typing, because he's old-fashioned that way. This is his baby, that minigun there. So I thought that was kind of cool to put his baby in the crib. And I don't know why he has an old hoe back here. He says it reminds him of his mom. I don't know why, and I'm not going to question it. Nice. And back here, let's see, what do we got? This is our Kim area, and yeah, I really like how that Captain Cosmos pitched that. This is our actually fight announcer. He actually does all the different things there. This is Octavius, and I know this isn't hugely decorated. Obviously it didn't need to be. I wanted it to sort of be similar to what you guys see on the those paintball arenas. If you guys ever watched a paintball match or even have done the paintball matches, they just have a few sparse decorations just to make it have something to hide behind when you're fighting or shooting at each other with those paint guns. Nice. Now, if stuff goes sideways, this is actually I get to jump down here, and we got a little bit of a bunker for ourselves. And this also is kind of like our electrical controls. This is where all the gates get connected and everything else comes up in here. So that was just something to hide that and to have something down here. Oh, I got the wrong switch here. Let's go ahead and get that one. There we go. But we can actually go here, grab a few weapons, a few chems, and then jump back right up on top. And ends up right back here, and we'll just come out and do our fighting and whatever. Nice. But yeah, this gate control here, this actually controls the main gate to start our combat. We're not going to be doing that in this portion, but if you stick around till after the, see right there, that opens the main gate that goes to combat, and this one here actually opens up so they can get in and out of the arena itself. Nice. Man, that was a pain in the butt to figure out that wire. I wish I could wire as good as Nacho Business, but yeah, Nacho, man, you are amazing with your wiring. Between you and Bones, Naughty Bones, yeah, you guys are awesome. But yeah, I wish I was that good. Oh, we got Bill and Bob back here too. Nice. This is the chem stations. This is where all the raider picks out all their chems and shop here. I took a lot of time here, some more of those jersey barriers lining the bottom of this. And this is actually one of our recent converts. She actually just survived her recent battle in the arena. So get you come up here, get her fixed up, and we'll get her outfitted with some gear once she's feeling a little bit better. Great job. Great job. Now you'll notice with a lot of the flames that I did throughout this entire place, those flames that come from CVA, Custom Vanilla Assets, do not have any of their own lights. So what I did is I actually add campfires throughout this entire build. You'll see in the night tour. This is actually our a little bit of hiccup there, but this is fantastic. This comes from both a combination of Wordy Purdy and the Fallout 4 guys machine parts, and I think also is it EBM? I'm not quite sure, but if you listen really carefully, you can hear the water. I wanted to add a little bit of that immersion so you can sound like the water was being sucked up from underground, and we added a generator as well, just to give it a little bit of audio back here, because otherwise these things don't make any noise at all whatsoever. I thought it was kind of cool. Keep up the great work. You're doing a good job. Nice. Now here is the Jangles Moon Monkey turret. Again, this is the Mark IV version. And we got the tail gunner back here. I guess he throws out these little fire bombs, and he lights them on the candle there and just tosses those Molotovs. Man, battery powered as well. Nice. And here's Jangles. Even got the biometric scanner there just to immersion with it so we can actually see what's coming up that road. This is another spawn point back here. There's a guard station here as well. Now, this is a huge beast back here. One of the things I was going to show you up top, I didn't really do a whole lot. I did hear some of that Nuka World trash that I added in just to give it something a little more similar to what it had in vanilla, because again I had to save the frame rates, and I only added some things here and there, but I completely closed it off. This is not Gage's apartment, but one of the things I did do is I was sunk in this steps here that goes out to the garden area and where we keep the settlers, the traders, when they sleep at night. Nice. I'm not going to say the other word. I don't think that's a good word. Nice. Yeah, didn't really do all up here, but I really love how this awning turned out, just to give it a little bit of cover here so everybody could sleep under a rooftop, so that it helps. Speaking of which, one of the issues that I had, and if you guys are going to do this type of build, don't really recommend that mostly. Maybe do it later on in the build, and the settlers' happiness fights with the raider happiness. You'll never get your raiders up to maximum affinity. I believe that is only because I have as many settlers to raiders, similar to the robot issue. If you have robots in a standard settlement, it affects your happiness. So it's the only thing I can think of. Don't know if that's actually a reason. But here we have a nice little view of Lexington, so we can take a look out there. And then some this area down here. Of course, nice little waiting area here. We can just hang out, have some brunch. But let's see, I'm trying to go around here. And now that was making Red Eye's voice was getting on my nerves, so I actually turned that off. But for whatever reason, it stopped working when I recorded this video. But so this undecorated section back here, there are some invisible beds and some standard bed mats back here. So we actually have a nice little exit here. We can go out into, come on, there we go. Thank God I got a jetpack, because Bethesda never got ladders to work. I don't know why, but it's kind of cool though. I thought it was kind of nice. It's actually using junk walls as the ceiling there. Just flip those over using QWAPA's tilt function. So you got some nice little immersive shack steps there, holding up by these sandbags. This goes down to the garden, or I guess some of the garden areas. So we got some mood fruit growing down here. And man, tilting all of these little pieces here just to make sure that they completely covered this area was quite nice, and cut back any slipping when we get those rain, because walking on wet metal in the rain is not fun at all. Not fun at all. But yeah, it turned out quite nice. I'm happy with it. I really wanted another rail there that we can lean on, but it was just taking too much FPS or too much for this. Excuse me for rambling, guys. I know we're toward the end here. Now this is actually Gage's apartment. Ooh, little hiccup there. This is one of the places where I crashed. I think again because due to that animated mannequin that I had over in the gun shop. But again, we took that out and we added back in. Now this is Gage's kitchen. Nice little area where he can sit and hang out when he's not on duty. And this is his red brick pizza oven. I like how this turned out. Nice. Look at that. Got the fire in there and everything. But this is actually, these are pool sections. These come from the Fallout 4 guys requested parts mod, sections of pool. They do stick out through the wall, but we covered those up with some boxes and things like that. And yeah, quite nice. Quite nice. This is the bathroom here. Look at that. See? Quaint little bathroom here. Of course, we sectioned all the wall here with some slanted walls. We tilted those up in the angle. Even got a radio that, for whatever reason, the USO clock radio or wall radios don't work, bathroom radios. So I added my own, just sunk it into the wall. We can use whenever we want. Completely stock. Grab whatever we need. Nice. All right. Now, if you guys stick around till after the night tour, we do actually have a full-out combat situation with what I actually used is Gage for combat, because the other settler died way too fast. So I thought it was quite nice to use Gage in that. So after the night tour, if you guys just want to skip ahead and watch that battle, please do so. I'll have a timestamp in here as well. But yeah, I tilted these posters up onto the wall. I thought that was quite nice. I don't know if anybody else ever saw that roach that he was crushing there and thought that was actually a chicken. Choking a chicken. Nice. And yeah, I've got the nice little wall decoration there. Close that back up. Nice. All right, let's go back downstairs. And look at that. That turned out gorgeous. I really love using the USO pieces because that blue just really fit in so well. And yeah, just not a whole lot of decoration out here. But again, it was nice to add some fuel. Oh, actually, let me show you this. These are all little individual pieces that I had to add. Each one of those square boxes, the hooks, the chain link, that's all individual pieces covering that window. So I thought it was a nice way to cover up that as well. And same with this. It's like, what, 5 different pieces there? Nice. And into this gun shop that caused nothing but problems for me. This is actually our armor dealer. Our armor dealer, you know, the operator's armor is crap, but the probably some of the best armor that you get in the game comes from the Disciples. So I thought it was only fitting to use some of the Disciples Raider to do that for me. So we got some fantastic magazines. Each one of those are real magazines. That probably hurt a lot of this build for my FPS as well. And that was where the mannequin was back there. So it covered the wall here with these map of the Commonwealth, or map of the world, and actually just completely covered the wall, so it's all the way back there. So a nice little bit of wallpaper there. Yeah, man, each one of those pieces of armor is actual individual pieces as well. Nice. You guys ever notice the best restaurants are some of those hole-in-the-wall places? So I thought I'd add in this Slocum Joe's. It's not really decorated, but I thought it was just a great way to bring in the caps for the Raiders, and as an homage to the real Eleonora. First person I saw do that, I sunk in the coffee maker into the counter there. But that's pretty much going to do it for the day tour. Stay tuned for the night tour. Then after that, we'll have some combat. Thank you, Chaos on Fallout. Thank you for everybody sticking around. And, of course, you guys over at Simsettlements. I am Adama Sanguine. I love you all. I'm out. thanks for sticking around. I hope you guys enjoyed that night tour. So real quick before I forget, I did want to show you a few of the things that I added out here. I did change out the water that was in there. I raised it up a bit with the clean water that's actually ocean water, I believe. And we added a few rocks. We got some of the fire, and we also have the oil spills. Those do actually come into play in combat, so it's kind of cool how that turned out. And then down here real quick, I'll show you this. This is a, I did actually have an assault rifle. I think when we got attacked by the Dusky Yagwai that I mentioned, I think the fighters actually grabbed it out of there. In the duffel bag, there is 500 pre-war money. If you guys are at 10 on charisma, that's worth $8 each. So that's quite a bit of money. What's that? $40,000. And then we got a nice. Look at that. Or 40,000. I meant 4,000. 4,000 caps. I really can do math, I promise. So we're going to do a bit of industrial versus farmhouse, guys, and we'll try to make this look good. Gage, are you ready? Let's make this look good for Lord Chaos. He's watching. All right? Maybe I'll even make you overboss after this. Octavius, if you'd please do the honors for us. We want to get this started.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, raiders of all ages, Adama Sanguine's proud to present Combat at Starlight Drive-In.
Nice, nice. Good job, man. Good job, man. All right, let's do this, guys. Let's get it started. We got to get over there quick because this battle is not going to be long. Man, each one of these battles is probably only less than a minute to a minute each. Longest one I think was a little over a minute. And man, Gage is a beast, guys. You would not believe how powerful he is. He's actually sporting some of the new gear from the Good Fighters DLC, and he's actually got the level 5 ballistic weave. And then back here on the Gentleman Raider, he actually is sporting this Gauss rifle because originally his Assaultron blade that I gave him, yeah, that didn't really serve him very well against that handmade rifle that Gage has. But we give him a nice little bowler hat there, and he's actually wearing that armor. Each piece that he has is actually level 5 ballistic weave. Thought it would do better, but yeah, it didn't really last very long. So here we go. Let's see the first kill. Oh man, come on, come on, use it. Oh man, let's watch that again in instant replay, guys. Boom. Man, you got knocked the F out. Man, all right. Man, okay, guys, that didn't last long at all. Let's go ahead and watch the next one. And, see, man, he got you good. I did. All right, so this time, dude, you're going to use this Gatling laser. Let's make this look a little more entertaining. Gage, are you ready over there? All right, come on, dude. Man, let this look good, man. You're stinking. Oh, finally, yes, thank you. I had to actually give him that stim pack, guys, just to make it do it. Really? You're gonna run off? You punk. What? Who's... What? Okay. Silence you! Wherever you are, voices... I don't know where those voices came from. Come on, man. Get back out here. I swore to Todd, if you don't get back out there, I am gonna kill you myself. Yeah, that's what I thought. Man, it's amazing how quick you can get these guys to move when you know how to talk to them, right? Come on, get him. Ooh, man, he's going to charge full-on Fatal for it. Let's go. Come on, get him. Oh, wait. Oh, the oil. See, there goes that oil slick. Oh, man, he got him good. Oh, look at that. Stim pack. Come on. Oh, you punk. Get him. Oh, look at through that crowd grenade. Good job, man. Oh, man, that did nothing to Gage, dude. All right. Last stiff effort, guys. Man, look at that. Gage, man, you were a beast, dude. Look at that. Wow, man, you're awesome, dude. Man, I love you. All right, so last one, guys. This is my most deadly weapon that I carry on me all the time. This is my explosive minigun. So, yeah, we'll see how long this goes. And after this, guys, this will be my final bit of... Oh, that, Jesus. Really? You're going to kill somebody with that. It's supposed to be him, not me. Destructible wall. Cool, this is a good one. All right, guys, this is the last one. I am Adama Sanguine. Again, I love you all. Thanks for sticking it out. I'm out.